Hi, class. I want to help you a little bit and show you how to interpret some of Thoreau's writings and also to see how he uses the concrete and the abstract. Now, Thoreau wrote a lot, and we're only going through small segments of it, but let's look at this. This is really important. Here's what we would call his thesis statement or his purpose, and it's this line here. I went into the woods, a concrete, right? That's a concrete idea, because I wished to live deliberately. Now that's an abstract because we don't know what deliberately means to him. To front out the essential facts of life and to see if I could not learn what it had to teach. So he's telling us that he's looking for answers in nature. Earlier in the module, we talked about the tumultuous times America was in, right? Um, Lots of different voices and opinions, much like our time today. So let's go and look at the blue highlight, and it says, I want it to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life. So, especially Thoreau's generation would have been familiar with when you're eating, you want to crack the bones and suck them and get all of the nourishment and nurturing out of it. Um, and now he's going to do that metaphorically and try and find out the purpose and meaning of life. In the pink highlight, he talks about see if life turns to be mean, and mean here doesn't mean cruel, but more like stripped to its bare essentials. Is it just live and die, appetite, or is there something more to it? And if it is just mean, then he'll talk about that. But he wants to find out what the purpose and answers to life in nature. Um, Notice that he does use the word men. This is part of a patriarchal society. Please insert the word that works for you, individuals, mankind. And he says that this is another thing. Nature is another item that men are conflicted over. Is nature all bad out to get us, or is it all divine from God? Um, Thoreau and his group were also transcendentalists, which was very different religious ideas from that of the Puritans, where it was heaven or hell. Transcendentalists were radicals also. So Thoreau really is stirring things up with his ideas. Um, so let's look at this concrete detail right after number 17. Still, we live meanly in the bare essentials like ants. So ants are very concrete. When I hear the words ants, I can see them running around the pavement outside my house, right? Um, Now, ants are a concrete idea, and it's a neutral idea. As if ants could be good or bad, and some people might consider ants and go up the ladder of abstraction and consider them an ideal society, a colony of sisterhoods, and they are industrious and they work together. Um, Thoreau, though, is going about this a different way. To him, the ants are running around mindlessly. All they're concerned about is the next morsel of food, the next possession. And to him, this is not a virtue. So notice that the concrete facts can be interpreted different ways by different people and different situations. It depends on what abstract ideas you are applying to it. He has this phrase like pygmies, we fight with cranes. Don't worry about that. That's an abstract Greek myth, um, and it's not going to affect your interpretation right now. But this idea of fighting, all we do is fight. We're just trying to possess. We're trying to have. Our life is frittered away by detail. He says that we don't need to know more than 10, right? This idea that primitive man was um, more in touch with what really mattered. We don't need to go up to 100 or 1,000,000. Thoreau is calling for simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Um, there have been fortunes made by people saying, simplify your lives, toss out the things that don't bring you joy, right? It's been almost 200 years, and this idea is still in our culture. So let's go down. Excuse me. Simplify, simplify again. Instead of 3 meals a day, if it be necessary, eat but one. So just don't become a creature of appetite and devouring. Go with something more. So there we see some of his ideas and what he's looking for in nature. Let's go to this one. This is a very um, abstract and difficult to understand passage next, but it's very famous. Every time I read it, I get something different out of it. So don't worry if you don't understand it, but you'll know it as Thoreau and you can think on it throughout your life. Um, Thoreau, earlier in his work, talks a lot about fishing. That's one of the things he did to pass time on Walden's Pond. It says, "Time is but the stream I go fishing in." So literally, he goes fishing a lot. But then he realizes that time, like eternity, all the beginning and all the end, just flows on by. And what we experience is just our little intersection at the river, but all that water or all that time goes running by. He says, I would drink at it, but while I drink at it, I see the sandy bottom and detect how shallow it is. We've probably many of us had the opportunity to look in at a stream and see the bottom. And he realizes that's my reality. That's only my experience of time or of life. But everything keeps running away while I only know this portion of reality. He would drink deeper, and this isn't a literal drink of water he means, but he would experience more of time, more of eternity. I don't mean that in a religious way, but almost a human history. What's the deeper purpose or meaning of life? Fish in the sky, everything is topsy-turvy. The big elements he's trying to catch to feed him physically here become ideas that he would try to capture and devour intellectually. So really difficult concepts. Then let's go down here near the end when it says, my instinct tells me that my head is an organ for burrowing, that I'm supposed to think, I'm supposed to engage with difficult concepts and ideas. As some creatures use their snouts and forepaws, and with it I would mine and burrow my way through these hills. This line's also important because Annie Dillard, again in our next reading, will talk about this. So see how the concrete and abstract facts link here so that Thoreau looks for answers. And sometimes he just may come up with more questions, but in reality, he's looking for answers by what he's experiencing out in nature. I hope this helps make a complex reading a little easier. You're doing great.